And welcome to everybody to the finale of Let's Play Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we arrived here at the Impact Crater. Well, we went up to the Artifact Temple and returned the Kozo artifacts, and we defeated Meta Ridley. And we arrived here at the Impact Crater, the site of all the Phazon. So without further ado, let's venture on further. In this room, right off the bat, there is a scan right here. It's only in this room. These creatures are called Lumigik, Phazon charged reptiles. This is the only chance to actually get these guys. So they're kind of like, they go in swarms like all the other swarm enemies that we've seen before. But I want to make something clear. This Phazon, you cannot go across these Phazon. This Phazon is deadly. Almost instantly deadly. This Phazon is really, really toxic. So if you see red Phazon, avoid it like the plague. Your Phazon suit cannot handle this Phazon right here. And now let's enter the worst room in the entire game. This is the Phazon core. A really gigantic room. The main reason is these guys right here. This is a Fission Metroid. A Fission Metroid is a Metroid that is able to split into two forms. Fission Metroids are a mutant capable of splitting into two. The split endows the new creature's invulnerability to most weaponry. This effect is unstable, resulting in a weakness to the type of weapon to fire. The vulnerability appears to be random due to the chaotic nature of Phazon mutation. Really, if you go ahead and try to kill these, they split into two, and as you guys can see, they're color-coded. So you can only really kill them based on their color. The only way I can really suggest you kill these guys quick, because like I said, they split into multiples. The only way you can really do that is by simply just using a power bomb. Really, that's it. I'm not going to go ahead and do that because I don't want to waste the power bomb just yet. But Fission Metroids are annoying. And the bad thing about this room, they infinitely respawn. I killed one of those guys. It's not like they're gonna respawn, right? Wrong. A lot of these Metroids are just gonna respawn over and over again. They'll keep respawning until you get out of this room. So there's nothing you can do. This is why I think this is probably the most annoying room in the game, because infinitely respawning of the worst enemy that you can actually imagine, in my opinion. But alas, the easiest way to take care of them was with a power bomb. Power bombs take them out in one hit. But anyways, if you come in this room, this is a simple missile recharge room in case you're running low on missiles at this point. But in case you need it, there it is. So let's go ahead and completely regain our missiles and just run away from the Metroids. Ow. Might simply just powerbomb this. There we go. Get them out of the way. See, look, that's the only way you can really effectively take care of them. But we want to jump on these platforms to advance farther upwards. And this room is really annoying. I keep mentioning how annoying this room is. This really is the most annoying room in the game. But as soon as we come in here, we are greeted with more spider ball track puzzles. This looks like really demented, hell-gated Phazon spider ball tracks and stuff like that. We don't want to drop into the red Phazon because that will hurt us. That's the only Phazon that can hurt us at this point. But if we just simply do the spider ball tracks like this, and then let's go inside this room. Now this room is where the source of all Phazon is. So without further ado, let's go on. Meet the source of all Phazon, the Metroid Prime. So without further ado, let's go on and chase it. And we are going to do battle with the Metroid Prime. So let's go ahead and scan this boy real quick. New creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Morphology, the Metroid Prime. Highly evolved Phazon-producing life form. The aberration known as the Metroid Prime is the source of Phazon, making it immensely powerful. The genetic flaw makes it susceptible to certain weapons for a brief period. Only its head is truly vulnerable. Other attacks are a nuisance. Offensively, Metroid Prime has a number of natural and mechanical weapons at its disposal. These include ultra-frigid breath, multi-missiles, snare beams, and particle wave projectors. Its massive strength and barbed Caraspace make it lethal in melee combat. Recommended maximum firepower when engaging this enemy. Ow! Practically, the Metroid Prime, he'll change his color. And whenever he changes his color, that's what he's weak against. So we want to simply just use, like he's yellow right now, we want to use the power beam against him. He's going to take a couple of shots to the face like that with super missiles, and then he's going to get stunned. And then it'll change his color. So we're going to switch over to the wave beam, which is really what his weakness is right now. Now, his form of attacks change based on what color he is. Like he's shooting out electrical energy right now. He'll shoot out electrical beam attack, and that'll disrupt my visor, like you guys can see. Or he could shoot electrical missiles at you. But after you shoot him a couple times, he'll burrow underground, and Samus will simply just chase after him. And we'll get on to the next level. Now this level, this is where the game kind of changes up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to Power Beam, not the Ice Beam. We're going to simply Super Missile him. And watch out for his Ultra, I'm going to fire my laser attack, because that will hurt him. Whenever he's stunned like this, go into Morph Ball and simply just Boost Ball to the other side in these little trenches here. Because he will charge at the other side. So we want to make sure that we don't want to accidentally get caught in his little charge attack. As you guys can see, he shoots a lot of missile attacks. But he also has another form of attack besides the beam and the missile attacks. He also shoots out gigantic orbs of electrical energy based on what element he is. There we go. Let's go ahead and switch over to Morph Ball and boost over to the other side. This is literally my favorite boss because this is the most creative boss fight in the entire game. Now he has ice. We want to switch over to Ice Beam. Now whenever he's ice, he will shoot out toxic gas. Simply shoot an ice spreader at him. I said simply shoot an ice spreader at him, and it will instantly get him to be stunned. The ice spreader is probably your strongest attack you have against him because that'll instantly put him into stun phase. At 10 missiles worth, you would think so. But anyways, we're going on to the next phase right now. Now, he also has this move. Whenever he grabs you like this, he'll try to drag you in and then try to do a melee attack at you. Well, he didn't really do the melee attack at me right there, but he tries to do that. And sometimes whenever you shoot your missiles, they'll bounce off. And sometimes it won't hit him at all. So it really gets rather annoying. But this boss is really fun to play. I really like this boss. This is a good final boss in the game. And he's going to switch over to Ice Beam. And this is what I was talking about. He shoots 2 gigantic electrical orbs at you. You don't want to get them close to you at all, because they will do a lot of damage to you if you get them let them get close to you. Ow, he froze me. But at least we got him stunned with Ice Spreader. Let's go ahead and get over here. Ow, his little back leg hit me. But well, this boss is pretty fun though. Now let's go ahead and use Plasma Beam on this guy. Whoa! Watch out for his missile attacks. I'd rather just use Charge Beam on the Plasma Beam because using the flamethrower is not effective against him at all. The Wave Buster works on him, but I mean, I really just rather use Charge Beams to be perfectly honest. Now let's go ahead and shoot these things real quick. Now the Metroid Prime is an interesting boss fight. I really do like this boss fight because you have to use practically everything that you got across the course of your adventure to defeat this guy. And you'll know exactly what I mean whenever we get later after we've defeated him here. So let's go ahead and make him stunned. And right now, he's going to burrow underground into the next chamber. He does this a couple times. And I do believe this is the last time he's going to be doing this. Because his health is pretty low, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is. So he's going to switch over to Power Beam. So let's go ahead and use Super Missile. And as you guys can see, you know, he's going to try to pull me in. Well, so much for that. He's going to get stunned. Now, if you guys can see, I'm going to pull out my map. We're in Sub-Chamber 4. See, look. The Phazon and Fusion Chamber, that's where we started. We started dropping levels a lot in the Impact Crater. And as you guys can simply see, this is the Impact Crater's in the middle of the world right here. We have Phazon Mines right here. We have Magmor Caverns, Vendrana, Kozo Ruins, Talon Overworld. Impact Crater's right in the middle of the world. And as you guys can see, the bigger portion of it is just simply going underground as far as you can. He's going to switch over to Plasma Beam. So, no, he's going to switch over to Ice Beam. He does that quite a lot, especially whenever it becomes late game, or a late boss fight. He's going to change on you on a dime, so you just have to pay attention to what color he is at all times. He's going to start charging. Let's get over here. Alright, he's going to switch over to Plasma Beam. Okay. Go ahead and take him out. Watch out for his Ultra Lava attack, because that does hurt a lot. That's probably his most deadly attack, is simply the Lava Breath. Okay, he's going to switch over to Wave Beam on me. Okay, I see how it is. Let's go ahead and switch over here, get over to the other side here. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! He started charging at me, and I wasn't really paying attention to what he had to do, but he kind of did that really fast. He never did that before. Let's go ahead and completely just take him out. Ow! Lava damage. Ow! Ow! That lava damage. And then he'll do fire damage on him too whenever he's Plasma Beam. But we defeated the Metroid Prime. He fell into a pit. We defeated him. Now let's go over and investigate over to where he fell down. It looks like the Metroid Prime is not done yet. He's got a second phase, so let's go ahead and scan this phase too. New creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Morphology, the Metroid Prime, the core essence of Metroid Prime. Scans indicate that the Phazon energy form of Metroid Prime is invulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from Phazon fused arm cannon will damage it. It generates pool of Phazon when attacks. Use these to fuel your suit's Phazon weapon system. The entity can also spawn Metroids to assist it in battle, rendering itself invisible when it does so. So this guy is practically invulnerable to every attack we have. The only way we can attack him is with the Phazon Beam that we got when we got the Phazon suit. But as soon as we let go, you'll get a blip that says 100% of all logbook scans downloaded. So we have completely finished the logbook scans. So there you go. Now this guy, the only attacks he does is simply the shockwave attacks that we've so getting used to with the Elite Pirates, with the Omega Pirate, with everybody. And every now and then he'll start generating these pools of Phazon. Whenever he does, he turns himself invisible. We want to switch over to this X-ray visor first. And we want to steadily make our way over to that pool of Phazon. Once you're in that pool of Phazon, you get something that you can now start using the Phazon Beam. If I can get over to it just right. There we go. Once you do, start unleashing. Keep tapping A, and then you'll shoot the Phazon Beam until it runs out. That's the only way you can damage this guy. Now, that's the only, like I said, that's the only way you can actually simply damage this guy. Whenever he turns invisible, we want to go into our thermal visor to keep track of where he's at. This boss really isn't that bad. even though like all our weapons don't work against him, the only weapon that works is the Phazon beam. It's more or less a waiting game more than anything. But the only attacks he does are these shockwave attacks. That's really it. And they don't really change forms or anything. But whenever he turns back, we're going to go back to our regular visor. And simply jump over here and wait until he spawns a pool of Phazon. But I always liked this boss fight. This boss fight was very interesting. Are we gonna do anything else besides Shockwave of Mr. Metroid Prime? Now he's going to. So as soon as he comes over here, he's gonna turn invisible. Gonna turn on our X-ray visor. He's gonna start attacking us because we're getting really close to him. And then just unleash the Phazon beam. You'll notice that a little blip comes up whenever we go into the Phazon. It's called Hyper Mode. That we are in Hyper Mode at that point. All the Phazon attacks that we do, it'll kill stuff and it'll do damage to everything. Like the little Metroids that they said it'll spawn. If we shoot the Phazon beam at the Metroids, they will die instantly. It's really, really powerful. So let's go ahead and change over to the thermal visor. Let's head over to the Phazon pool. Mr. Dude, get away from me. See? Like I said, the Phazon beam is very powerful. And like I said, this is the only time that you actually use the Phazon beam. The Phazon beam is not apparent in any other place except this. Because the Metroid Prime is the only one that can actually make concentrations of Phazon. A pure liquid Phazon. So this is your only chance to actually see the Phazon beam in action, is during the final fight with him. So he's got about half his HP right now. Stop using his shockwave attacks. You just simply jump over these things. I think I mentioned that a long time ago. Now he's going to go ahead and change back into the regular. Go ahead and use the Phazon. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There we go. Let's keep attacking him. There we go. Alright. Metroid, go away. You screwed me up, dude. Go ahead, jump over this guy. Over this shockwave. Jump. Jump. This boss fight can actually drag on for a long time if you're not careful enough. Because, like I said, all he does is these shockwave attacks, and sometimes he'll just do an infinite loop of shockwave attacks. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch over to a thermal visor here. Come on. There we go. Hyper mode. Now, this concept of hyper mode, we'll be seeing in later installments of the Prime series. So, this isn't going to be the first time that we actually ever see hyper mode, even though this is like the end of the game. So, we'll be seeing hyper mode in other Prime games when we eventually come to those entries into the saga. But, anyways, we'll just simply jump over him while he's going to simply just keep attacking like he does. And then he's going to pull up these full Metroids. Yep, now we got Fission Metroids. We're just going to simply powerbomb them, get them out of the way. And then we're going to switch over to Thermal Visor. We can find him. Simply take him out. I do believe this is the last time. Nope. He's got one more. He's got one more phase, like a round of Phazon to his face before he's dead. Alright. So Mr. Phazon Entity, can you produce more Phazon for me? I guess not, he's just going to continue doing his shockwave attacks. Okay, jump over. Jump over. Stop roaring at me. I'm just going to come over here and destroy the Fission Metroids, but for Powerbomb. And then Mr. Metroid Prime is going to be right here. He's going to simply just take him out like that. And with that, the Metroid Prime is defeated. The core essence of the Metroid Prime is right in front of us. But, looks like it's wanting to take Samus along with it. It seems like it only took our Phazon suit. And Samus needs to get out of there because it's about ready to implode. Crater collapse imminent. Evacuation immediately. And now we're heading out of the impact crater. We have destroyed the source of Phazon. Finishing this adventure off with a gigantic bang. And as you guys can see, the artifact temple is destroyed. Everything that it was trying to hide is simply gone. Samus removes her helmet. She reflects on her adventure. And off we go. Leaving Talon 4. And with that, folks, that was Metroid Prime. I want to thank you guys for watching this Let's Play of Metroid Prime. This is by far one of my favorite Metroid games to play. I come back to this game a lot, and I wanted to make a Let's Play of this game in order to help people who are struggling with this game, trying to find everything. With when it comes to items, when it comes to logbooks. And I just simply wanted to share my experiences with you of this game whenever I had this for the longest time. I just wanted to share my experiences I've had with this, what got me into this game, just everything in general. And I'm really glad I got to share that experience with you. The joy of beating this game the first time after endless hours of trying to find out where I'm supposed to go. I was overjoyed when I beat this game when I first played it, and every time I pop this game in and beat it, I always had the same smile on my face. And honestly, this game holds a very special portion in my heart, because it just reminds me so much of why I like the Metroid series. Retro Studios took a gigantic risk with taking on the Metroid into its first adventure into 3D. They took a gigantic risk in making it a first-person shooter, because a lot of people were kind of skeptical of the idea of making Metroid a first-person shooter, because with the whole sensation of Halo Combat Evolved coming out around the time that this game came out. But the thing is about this game is they kept what made Metroid good. The sense of exploration, the platforming. The platforming is brilliant in this, in first person. It's just the idea of simply just maintaining what Metroid is. And that's what makes this game great, even though Retro Studios made a big risk by making this a first-person shooter. And honestly, the other Prime games are really good too. Prime 2 Echoes and Prime 3 Corruption. We'll be visiting those games soon. But for right now, I just want to thank you guys for watching my Let's Play of Metroid Prime. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. So, I wanted to also notice, but during the credit sequence, you can actually kind of speed it up or slow it down, or go back in general by just simply hitting the control stick. I always thought that was kind of nifty, that you could just simply skip the credits if you didn't want to listen to it. But like I said before, I'm really glad you guys enjoyed this Let's Play Metroid Prime, and honestly, I hope this helps anybody in the future who is stuck with this game or convinces somebody to simply buy the game, but whether it be the GameCube version or the Trilogy version on Wii. Because this is a great series. With that, Samus is leaving Talon 4. Off to the next adventure. And after this little cutscene, we are resulted with a results screen. Mission final, percentage complete 100%. And our total time to complete this game is 7 hours and 7 minutes. So, that's actually my fastest time I've actually ever beat this game, to be perfectly honest. So, with that, folks, I will have one bonus video left for this Let's Play when we're going to be looking over the image gallery and the Metroid Fusion connection bonuses that you can get in this game. So I will see you guys in the bonus video of Let's Play Metroid Prime. See you guys then.